Happy Monday to classes 851, 852, and 855. I'm Mrs. Coote's sister, Tana Mufuni. I've heard that you all are writing some investigative articles, and Mrs. Coote asked me to share some tips with you that have helped me in my own writing. So here are my top 5 tips. Tip number 1, start off with a strong lead sentence. You want your lead sentence to grab your readers by the shoulders and make them pay attention to your article. Consider these 2 leads. His last meal was worth $30,000 and it killed him. This was the lead of a crime story about a drug smuggler who swallowed, get this, a bag of drugs that burst in his stomach. Or consider this lead. Bad things happen to the husbands of widow Margaret Elkin. This was the lead of another crime story about a Florida woman on trial for murdering 4 husbands. That's right, 4 husbands. Tip number 2, use lively quotes. Are you using your best quotes? Or are your quotes simply repeating facts that you already mentioned in your article? Are your quotes adding color and character to your work? Think about these 2 quotes for the recycling story. If our school collected $1 for every time somebody failed to recycle, by the end of the year, we could buy every student a brand new laptop. Or what about this? We've spent a whopping $11,000 on recycling bins alone this year, more money than we've even spent on new library books. Both quotes give the reader some idea of the scope of the problem of recycling in the school, and also indicate the speaker's frustration on the matter, which could engage your readers on an emotional level. Tip number 3, use active verbs. Active verbs show your subject performing an action. They're different from passive phrases that show an object or show a subject being acted on. For an example of a passive phrase would be, the bins are filled with unsorted trash. Instead, you can write, unsorted trash fills the bins. What about this? The 6th graders are often teased by older students. Make this active by saying older students often tease 6th graders. Tip number 4, check your work for accuracy. Fact check and spell check your work. Trust me, nothing could be more embarrassing than running a story only to find you spelled somebody's name wrong or you got a fact wrong. The final tip is to read your work out loud, and preferably to somebody else. Is it easy to read and follow out loud? Is the information you've provided accurate? Is it engaging? If not, keep on working on it until you've got something that's fit to print. All the best!